It's day number 8. Welcome to my 30-day Go Live challenge of going from head into my heart. And yesterday I actually went into my heart and I spoke genuinely on authentically, and it was such a beautiful, beautiful feeling. So if you get a chance, definitely look at that. Today I'm going to talk about quitting too early and staying in something too long, because there are times when we give up really quickly and our results are just there. It's just there. And if we just do that one extra push, we would have gotten through. But we choose to walk away. And then there are also instances where I guess you take the heart, never quit, and you put yourself in situations where you suffer yourself, right? In terms of quitting too early, the examples that I would use is exercise. You don't build muscle probably in the first 2, 3 days, right? Especially if you have not been exercising. If you see these people who look so good, they look young, vibrant, they can do squats and jumps and whatever, right? And just seeing them, you think, yeah, my knee hurts. It's not that you cannot do it, it's because it's that you don't believe you can. And more than likely, the reason you don't believe you can is because you've tried something, whether exercising or something different, but you would have linked it. You've tried something before and you would have failed, right? I say fail in inverted commas because I don't actually believe in failing per se, right? Failing is just part of the growth. Failing is not who you are. It's just like if you made a mistake, right? You get up, you go, you learn your lessons, and you move again, right? It's part of life. Failing many times is how people actually get that grand success, because every single time you fail, you learn something. And if you have conditioned yourself to quit very early, then at some point you've also told yourself, don't bother to try. So you don't exercise because you don't believe that you can get there. You don't eat healthy because you don't believe you can lose the weight. You don't do that course because you don't believe that you can be successful. Building muscle and exercising is hard, and then it gets easier. It's the first few days and weeks where you have to push and see no difference. And then somewhere along the line, you're going to wake up and you're going to jump on that scale, or you're going to put on a top, and it's going to look completely different. But from day one to whatever that point is, because it changes and it's unique to you, you have to push and you have to never give up. And in this space, it's where you never quit early, right? When you go into that thing, you have to make up your mind fully that you know 100% without a doubt. You don't know exactly the how, you don't know the timeline, but you know 100% that you will achieve this goal. You will get there. You will lose that weight. You will fit into that top. You know that in your heart. And that is a space where you make sure and you never quit. So some people quit too early because they look at others and say, oh, this is taking too long, or it's not working. But if you pay attention to your own self and see your own progress, you will slowly start to see that it's working for you. It's not about someone else, it's about you. So therefore, you need to keep going and you need to never quit until you get that goal. On the flip side, there are things we do where we stay too long for the wrong reasons. And the example I'm going to share today is relationships, because I'm pretty sure every single one of you stayed too long in one of your relationships, myself included. I actually stayed too long in probably 3, 4 of my past relationships, right? And the question you have to ask yourself is, it's not that you made that commitment where I'm going to make this work, right? You can't make a relationship work like that because it involves two people. You can show up, you can commit and say, I'm going to be the best version of myself in this relationship. Absolutely. And stick to that. But there comes a point when you have to recognize if this relationship is helping you grow, if it's serving you, if you're having fun, or if you're doing the service to yourself, if you're shrinking, you're playing it small, you're trying to please them, you're stopping living your life for them. Especially, and the signs are when they get angry when you do something for yourself, right? They make you feel small. Now, they can't make you feel like that, but you give them permission to make you feel like that, right? And it's those situations, it's for you to recognize that is when you quit. That is when you walk away, right? And with relationships, particularly, the question you need to ask yourself is, why am I staying when I'm not happy? It was so great in the beginning, and something changed. So why am I not happy? And most of the time, if you're honest with yourself, it's going to be things like, I don't want to be alone. What will people think? My mom loves this person. My family loves this person. Or what if I never find someone else? Something along those lines. And when you ask yourself those honest and deep questions, or I'm afraid of finding better, I'm afraid because you're afraid of success, right? So therefore, you're afraid of actually having a deep, connecting, positive relationship. When you honestly ask yourself things and you get those answers, that is your cue where it is time for you to walk away. Those are the things that you now have to focus your energy on working on. And one of the biggest blessings I've gotten from when I came out of relationships is to not just jump back into one, but it's to spend time with myself, learning to be alone, learning to love myself by myself, learning to enjoy life by myself. And by the time I do that, that's actually how I met my husband. I was not even looking for him. All the other relationships, I wanted a relationship. With this one, it's not that I gave up on relationships, but I started to focus on myself. And then there he was, randomly in the most unexpected place. And we met at a party, a fete, a carnival fete in Trinidad. And I would never dance with anybody, but I danced with him. I have no idea why, but that's God guiding me, right? So there are times when, yes, you can walk away in jobs, in relationships, in any stressful situation that isn't serving you. And this includes relationships with your parents and things like that, if it's just going downhill. And then to take that time and do some self work, right? And then there are, of course, times when you do not quit. But for both of those instances, you need to pay attention to what you tell yourself, because what you tell yourself is what's driving that decision. How you would feel if you were doing the opposite, because that's driving that decision. And those are the keys that you have to work on. And when you start to recognize that, that's when you stop and you say, hold on, I'm having a bad day, but is it for me to quit? Or hold on, I'm having a really bad day. Should I stay? And you have to find that balance within yourself. And trust me, you have that answer. And whatever answer you come up with is yours. That's the most important thing you have to understand. It's not about what other people say and think. So that is it for me today. There are so many things I've recognized where I have quit too early. The exercising, I've done it many times, but now I am fully committed and I'm seeing the results after however long. And there are things where sometimes, because it's not going my way, in my business as well, I feel like maybe I should quit. But then I look at all of the progress I've made and realize, hold on, this is not one of those things that I'm quitting. This is just a little bump in the road because I'm going to come back stronger. So I will see you guys tomorrow for day number 9. Take care.